I was thinking about going into teaching, but I didn't know. So I wanted to do a traditional postdoc
Hmm.
and have the opportunity to explore. And then I went into my lab, and uh, my boss was not supportive of teaching, and he thought it was going to take away time spent from doing my primary duties. And so some of the ways that I got around that was to go like, all right, I'm still going to maintain my, you know, my normal schedule, but I'm going to go and have meet on campus during these times so I could use that as my lunch break, right? And then I taught at night at National State Community College after I was done working. But it's incredibly challenging because teaching is not supported and at high level research institutions. It's not to say that Vanderbilt didn't value teaching, because they did, but my boss didn't. And so what I did was to think about a few things. Like, I always asked for mentors, and I asked to be a mentor, and I always asked for undergraduates, like, are there any undergraduates who want opportunities in our lab? And he wasn't really excited about that, but he was like, oh, maybe free labor. And I was like, and I'll handle it, right? And so that was one way I did that. And so that was like, okay, I can still be a mentor and get this teaching experience, but still advance advance what my boss wanted, or the goals of the lab. um but the other thing that I did at Vanderbilt was to be a guest lecturer. And I did that because my husband also went to Vanderbilt. We're a dual career couple. And his boss was super supportive. And so I was like, I really want to teach. Can I teach a course? And he was teaching a graduate level course. And so he let me take a lecture. Right. And I was like, yay, I get more experience. Um, and then, and actually, I would ask to do grading because everyone hates grading, right? So they are willing to give that up. And I didn't have a hard time convincing PIs to let me grade the student work for them. And it wasn't paid, but I got the experience. And those are tangible skills that you can put on your resume, right? So that worked for me. And then the other thing that I would recommend is like volunteering or outreach, like community outreach, because you can get a lot of experience outside of your lab work, maybe on weekends when they have like STEM days with students, or high schools or things. People are always willing to have you come in and help. And so I think those are good ways to get around a very non-supportive boss in terms of teaching. I did manage to do both, but it made for a busy life. But at that time, my life was relatively uncomplicated in terms of I didn't have a family or other obligations, so I was able to fit it in.
You had a little more time.
I had a little bit more time on my hands.